I just bore witness to one of the largest screw-ups in Tower of Fantasy history. This is a monumental screw-up that may have just destroyed the entirety of the game. And I know what you're thinking. Stix, isn't the game already destroyed? Isn't the game already dead? Isn't the term screw-up kind of already synonymous with the Tower of Fantasy intellectual property? And yeah, the answer to all of the above is an overwhelming, resounding yes. Now, the question is, what did they do this time to fuck their game up? Now, according to this Reddit thread, according to this message on Discord as well, that kind of alerted me to the situation, Tower of Fantasy pushed out update 2.5. And with that update, they released onto the Epic Game Store finally. Now, that's good news. I mean, it's another means with which to access and play the game. But in typical Tower of Fantasy fashion, they couldn't achieve a successful launch without fumbling their way through it. In this instance specifically, they have angered the entire whaling community. This is the most important community established in any gacha game because they are the community that spend and fund the future of the game. So this is a premium currency in Tower of Fantasy, Tanium. This is on average how much the Tanium costs from a US account on a US server. 6,480 Tanium costs approximately $99.99, so $100. Now, when they released this onto the Epic Games Store, there was a bug that lasted roughly 15 hours that allowed players to purchase the maximum number of Tanium as long as they accessed their account from a Ukrainian IP for approximately $3. Players could buy the $100 pack, a pack valued at $100 for $3. This meant whales that might have spent $1,000, $10,000 could literally now max out their Tanium. They could have millions. Players were reportedly posting images across Discord, across social media, showing how much Tanium they'd accumulated for absolutely nothing. Before we go any further, I just want to take a moment here to thank all of our incredible patrons. You guys allow me to continue to play games like this for a living, and I can never truly repay that kindness. Also, if you're interested, I stream over on Twitch every single weekend. You should totally come on over and join me. There are a lot of people who abused it and got 100,000 and even more Tanium. Devs don't respond and they have deleted posts. They want to hide the problem. There's still no fix and you can buy them for $3 at the moment. I'm a whale who spent a lot of money and I can't take it easy. We have to do something about it. We have to spread it through European and American communities. This issue persisted for 15 hours. In that 15-hour period, the bug was abused endlessly by thousands of different people, potentially more. I mean, even if you don't whale in the game, even if you don't dolphin in the game, even if you've only ever spent like $5, this is an opportunity that the majority of players could not pass up. I will note that I do not know the specifics here. There was someone that pointed out it required a brand new account to do, and players were signing up, spending $50 in the game, and then selling those accounts that have hundreds of thousands of Tanium for several times more than they spent on to actually obtain that Tanium. So I don't know if it only worked for new accounts or not. I believe there have been players that have reported abusing the bug on their already established accounts. But I just wanted to point out, I do not know specifics, but this remained an active, prevalent issue for 15 hours straight. And the studio, they realized this after almost an entire day. And their fix has not been to attempt to patch the exploit. Their fix was to ban Ukraine from playing. What the fuck? The Tower Fantasy devs have repeatedly showcased their sheer and utter incompetence when it comes to the managing of their game. Here are some instances of this being reported on and discussed on Discord. I'm one of the whales of this game, and honestly, after the crap on 11th of the 5th, I'm not going to invest on this game anymore until serious action is taken against those who bug abuse the store. paying the 6480 Tanium pack only 3 euros with the conversion to Ukraine currency instead. This is not fair to us and destroys the economy of the game. Let's wake up and take action, or else I'll directly ask the bank for a full refund of transactions and bye-bye Tower Fantasy. Let's sign a petition against Tencent for the unfairness in game. They don't even respond to this bug abuser. Shame on them. I bought a $50 US pack. Where the heck is my Tanium? Go to Ukraine to get it. Oh man. What are your plans to compensate legit players for this Ukrainian bug in the Epic Games Store? I and many others don't fail to ever spend again any Tanium when those people who took advantage of this run all around with a few 100,000 Tanium for a massive discount. And then naturally you have people that are like, what's a Ukraine thing? How do I do the Ukraine thing? Further discussion about how Ukraine has been completely removed from being able to play the game. Here, Denna notes that he might just fly to Ukraine purely so he can go about buying a bunch of Tanium. And there's been repeated mention of this as an issue, and as noted, the studio just they did not take action appropriately. Banning an entire country from playing your game is fucking dumb. And in typical Tower Fantasy fashion, they let this issue run rampant for almost an entire fucking day, which is just incompetence of the highest level. Now, this has caused quite a few whales to exit the game. This has triggered a mass exodus of players that have been continuing to support this game for a prolonged period of time. These are players that were necessary for the game's continued life. This game is already almost on life support. It has been continually declining every month. I can't wrap my head around how they continue to ruin their game month after month. Now, if Tower Fantasy isn't your kind of game, then that's perfectly understandable. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now that might be of more interest to you. One featuring a list of gacha games scheduled to come out this month. The other featuring another gacha game launching later this year that actually looks like it has a lot of potential.